The idea actually came from, it was out of nowhere, completely out of nowhere. I was actually walking up, me and my girlfriend decided to go for a walk, so it was a really nice day, so we walked up to the woods, and where I live, we're really in the countryside. So we walked up there, it was a beautiful day. I haven't walked up there for ages. And as I was walking, I was thinking it looks tropical here. You know, I was thinking you could really do a great film here or something. So out of nowhere, this pirate thing came into my head, and because I'm a great fan of Ross Kemp's his documentary series, and I loved this pirate, and I thought that was great. And I was thinking, well, wouldn't it be great to do a kind of handheld film thing where you need like 4 people involved. Two guys have escaped, you know, a pirate camp, and they're running away through this tropical jungle, and they're being fired at, and they've got to try and stay hidden and survive, kind of thing. So, and from there, it built upon that really. So yeah, it's a very, very basic and very, very quick idea. The film was filmed in 3 days. It was filmed in 3 days, and that's along with the ideas and the plotting and everything. It took 3 days to do.
Okay, so my influence is really, because I've not really been trained with acting and stuff like that, but I do watch a lot of films and a lot of documentaries as well. And when you see a specific way that an actor will portray a character, it needs to be believable, and the audience needs to get into the mind frame of that character. So I think, you know, once that camera starts rolling, you just go out there, you do exactly what you would do if you were in that type of situation. So say if you're petrified, you know, your brain's everywhere, you won't really be thinking clearly of what to say or how to do the next thing. So basically, I'm just influenced by the moment that you're in at that time. I think it just comes naturally, and also seeing how professional actors do it, and they can get that anger, and they can get the emotion out and the comedy out as well. In great ways. So I've seen a lot of that happen. I just mimic it basically, and also throw my own stuff in there at the same time.
The inspiration was really, I mean, me and my brother have made films before. Not anything that we've released or anything like that. Little things. We just enjoy doing it. We enjoy being creative and just seeing how our minds can create random stuff all the time. And so but my inspirations really was, like I said, was that Ross Kemp documentary, and I'm really into the kind of gang and the crime themes of and the way it went was thinking, you know, it'd be impossible with just that amount of people just to do a full thing. What we had, I was thinking, right, 4 people, we got that, okay, what can we do with this? And the whole handheld thing, because that's very popular at the moment, you know, you've got Cloverfield, Paranormal Activity, two really, really well made films with very little equipment, and we really did have no equipment at all really. We had one hard drive camera, a few BB guns that we made into real looking guns, and it turned out really nice, and I think, yeah, the main inspiration was I think it really was a location. At the end of the day, it was the location.
I love the experience. Going up into the woods and stuff, it's a hard walk, but it's really worth it when you get up there because the location is so good. And because me and my brother have done a lot of films before, and it's always been, you know, which bit do you fancy filming next, or what do you reckon would be quite good next? And we just say something random, and then we go off, and then we'd film something along those lines. But it's very guerrilla style, you know. If we'd be walking, not even getting to where we need to go, and we'd just look at somewhere and think, yeah, this is a good place, let's do a bit of footage here. It's not planned or anything, we just go for it. And no, it's a really good way of doing it, and you can get the best stuff out, and you would sort of adapt to the place where you're filming. So you can sort of make things up on the spot. You can maybe take one take, and once you've done that take, you may have noticed somewhere else, and then you go over there and then you start filming again. So it's quite, even though it only took 3 days, it's not rushed at all, because you know that you can get a lot done in a short space of time, and if you've got the right people, then you can pull it off as well as you think you possibly could.
Planning, nothing was written down. We had no we had no scripts, none of that. We didn't have scene direction, we didn't have anything like that. We didn't write down what we were going to wear. It was literally a simple idea turned into something that was realistic to do, and on the spot. It's completely on the. I think the best things are done on the spot. Anything like that, you know, if you arrange, it's like you arrange something, you know, it doesn't always turn out as well as something that just goes bang, let's just do this. So it's one of those decisions that was just like made on that sole purpose. I think one of the reasons being why we really wanted to put all our efforts into it was because I was actually leaving home in 3 days' time from there. So we thought, right, what can we do in these 3 days that's really going to put it together? So, and in the end, it turned out really well. And the planning, it just proves that you know, as long as you've got a creative mind and you've got things you can create out of anything, I think that's the way forward. It's, you know, if we would have thought about it a bit longer, we would have maybe extended it, and it would have been too much. Then it wouldn't have been the film that it is now. And so yeah, it was just there wasn't really much planning involved. It was just on the spot, really.
So to get that story across, it's not actually easy, because we've watched a lot of documentaries before, and it's a lot different in films. Say with actors, you know, you know that they're really good actors. And when you see in documentaries, it's raw. It's raw emotion when you're out there, and you can see the fear in their eyes. Or even if it's a happy occasion, you can tell the emotion just by posing and everything. And so, basically, you're not portraying someone. You are trying to be that person. It's not an actor being another person. It's just, you've got to be in the body of that person for the audience to believe it. And so I think we've done that really well in this film, because watching it back, there's quite some emotional parts, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out.
Location was brilliant. It was perfect. You know, Somalia, the jungles, well, the jungle kind of thing. The days were gorgeous. We were really lucky with the weather, because our weather here is not good usually. And it was you know, it's towards the end of, well, it's towards the beginning of September, end of, you know, and it was the location. Well, like I said, when I went for that walk, was the reason why I really came across the idea. So, and up there, what it is there's footpaths, and you can either follow the footpaths, or you can follow a slightly weirder footpath which takes you off into another direction of the forest, and you think you're in Jurassic Park in some of it. It's really, really cool up there. So yeah, I mean, it couldn't have been a better place. We couldn't have had a better place to film that. You know, not you know, with the amount of things we had, the money and everything, we couldn't have had it anywhere better, in my opinion. It was a really nice place to film.
Well, I really hope that there will be another one, because I've enjoyed it so much doing this. And we've been talking. In fact, we were talking just before we finished the last one, that it would be great to do some sort of zombie film, because we've tried it before, but that was a small thing. But now that we've done this and we've got the experience and stuff, I think that, you know, we could actually pull off a really good, quite a shocking, maybe realistic zombie film. We don't know anything yet, because we've got to depend on the success of this. But I think if we did the next one, I think now a zombie film would be the next thing that we would try and conquer.
Will there be any more? I really hope there is. Me and my brother have always, like I said before, we've always done this kind of thing, and it's amazing what you can do with just a handheld camera and some basic ideas and smush them up together. And I really hope so. I really hope there'll be more, because it's not only is it's great to show people, it's a great experience, and you learn more from doing that, I reckon, than anything. Someone could stand up, and then they have tried to stand up and teach you something, and it doesn't, you know, they're trying to force it in sometimes, and it just doesn't work, you know. but it takes a kind of person, I think, to make something out of nothing. And I really think we've done that. I really do, and I really hope there is more. I mean, and you know, we will absolutely say if there's going to be any more. So yeah.
Well, basically, when we were filming, we got a lot of running around, so the exercise is good, and also because I like to dive around quite a lot, and I like to get the blood all over me. I had a feeling that I was going to come out of this film covered in sticky blood. So I think when I was filming it, the most enjoyable bit for me was probably tumbling down that hill and falling through a tree and hitting my head with my leg bleeding everywhere and screaming my ass off and being scared. I think that was probably my most enjoyable part.